Welcome to the Nice Girls Club podcast.
where sarcasm meets self-improvement and some questionable advice from the big sisters you didn't know you wanted.
Hope you enjoy.
And if you don't,
Who cares?
don't tell us.
We're sensitive.
Here we are on episode 2 of our Nice Girls Club podcast.
Yeah, welcome back.
Thank you for having me. Yeah.
I was talking to the listener.
Oh,
You're always welcome here.
Oh. I mean, hello. Welcome back, listeners.
Yes.
Yeah, we're really happy to have you here. And we have appreciated all the feedback, even from the Ryan that is in my life. Yeah.
Oh, man, we pissed off Orion.
We did. I pissed off Orion already. But, you know, we're probably going to have him on the show, actually, because, you know, I got to make an amends because not all Ryans are bad. But for me, you're still going to be in the friend zone.
Well, I mean, he didn't make a good case for Ryan's.
I know that I kind of want him to have a voice. Like everyone deserves to have a voice, even Ryan's.
I don't want people listening to think if they piss us off, they'll get on the show. So we're not going to set that precedent. But I think it's cool to have people who don't agree with you to have a conversation with them. I think that's important. Right, Latte?
Absolutely. Yeah, even Latte agrees. You might hear Latte every now and then. A latte, a lot of latte today.
Amazing. So yeah, welcome back to the Nice Girls Club.
Who is Latte?
Latte is my dog. She is 15 years old and doesn't understand podcasting. I mean, I've been doing this since 2019 consistently as a job, and she still doesn't get it. So
the audacity.
Can't teach an old dog new tricks.
Clearly. Wow.
Yeah.
So here we are.
Yeah.
Now that we got that mumbo jumbo out of the way, what are we gonna talk about today?
I had a really good idea. I completely forgot what it was, but it was there.
That happens a lot, I think, with us and our types of people that we are. We're quite similar, I'd say.
Let's talk about types.
Oh, okay. Different types of people?
Because I saw this video that was girls like, I'm a type B. Of course I'm going to have piles of garbage everywhere. And my house isn't hysteric. I'm a type B. Blah, 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 blah. And everything she was saying, I was like, oh, I'm a type B. Oh. Like, I'm not a type A. But I have type A expectations for myself. And like, my execution is type B.
I didn't even think about type B. I only think about type A.
Yeah.
No one ever talks about the B.
Mm-mm.
Huh. Interesting. So I don't know what I am. I don't know if I fit in any type, but
type C for Christina.
That's right. With a capital Christ. I'll never let that go.
It sounds so much sexier now that you can breathe into the mic.
I know. You can hear everything. Christina. So some of you may know we are part of Hilarapy, and that was one of my jokes on my set. It was how I opened my set because it was a lot of pressure being named Christina because my name meant follower of Christ. So it put a lot of pressure on me. And then I made another joke being like, I can't imagine being named Jesus. So all the Jesuses out there, like, respect, man.
Yeah, it must be hard.
Yeah.
You know what they're going... You could start a support group for people with names.
Yeah. Even like demanding. Christopher's or, I don't know.
I was named after a window in Burnaby where my mom got her ultrasound done. It was called Brooke Radiology. And so she named me Brooke Raydell because she was like, oh, your name was already on your first picture.
That's really funny.
Cute.
I love your mom. I don't know if I've met her yet, but just so you know, Brooke's mom, I love you. What's her name?
Tracy.
Tracy. Thank you for making Brooke.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, we're so lucky to have her here on this earth. It's fucking awesome. I am so glad she's my friend, and all the people we know, Like I'm just so excited to get some guests in here
Yeah.
and get this thing started. We are actually planning on hosting a launch.
I'm stoked about that. That was stoked for anyone who couldn't understand that English. We just went and visited a possible location, which I feel like we have to just do it there because it was amazing. And yeah,
So many good things happened while we were in that establishment. Like I'm like, oh, this is so many ideas popping up. Like to have speed dating nights
Yes.
there. Oh my god, and games nights.
Yeah.
Like this place is awesome. Bevies. It's in
Bevies.
Port Coquitlam.
yeah, it is such a cute place, and I think it'd be the perfect place for a live show.
100%. And the staff there is amazing. Taylor and I know his name. Oh, shoot.
I'm really bad with names.
Taylor and
The human is amazing, and
that human is amazing.
Yeah, we are so sorry we forgot your name. But we asked Taylor to be a guest because she was just so fabulous. I think I've ever walked in a place and just felt like, oh, I want to be best friends with everyone
Yeah.
here.
I asked if they were hiring.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you need anybody? You need me to come in there, help you out sometimes?
Yeah. I remember what I was going to say now.
Oh,
Okay.
perfect.
So I was feeling, it goes along with like the friends thing. Like what you just said to me just kind of punched me in the face a little bit. I have a really hard time taking compliments, but specifically right now because I was feeling so low yesterday. And I had this thought of like, I am depressed and I'm not useful and people only like me because I'm useful to them and I have all these skills that can help them. So I'm not going to have any friends because I can't get off the couch today and I'm not useful anymore. And I was like journaling every day and praying and asking God to show me what he loves about me. Like that's
I love that.
one of my favorite prayers. I learned it in this like Keys to Freedom thing. And so I'm like, hey, God, show me what you love about me today. And I was getting nothing. And I was getting depressed.
Sometimes that happens.
And I was like, oh, I'm useless and I'm not going to have any friends. Is this what you love about me? Like, what is this? Answer my damn prayers.
Immediately.
Yeah.
Instant gratification, God.
Can't
Don't
take
you
much
know
for this.
it's 2024?
Yeah, we don't wait for shit. Wi-Fi is 5G now, okay?
Give us a message now. Loud and clear,
I need
please.
some 5G God, like, you know?
Is that what 5G stands for?
Yeah, 5 gods.
5 gods.
Yeah, 5 Godspeed. So anyways, I got a little pissed off at God last night. I had a good cry. Because I was like, are you just done with me? Are we not pals anymore? It's because the tarot cards. That's why, isn't it? You don't want anything to do with me
Yeah.
anymore. Because of
black
the tarot
magic.
cards. I'm shunned by my creator. And so I got over it and went to bed. And then this morning I did my journaling. I'm like, God, please, begging you this time, show me what you love about me today. And then I was like scrolling, like window shopping on Temu.
Ooh, I don't know what Temu is.
It's like a cheaper version of Amazon.
Oh.
Yeah, they have some really wonderful gadgets and things and stickers and scrapbooking stuff. So I was like, and it's all like $1.90. So yeah, it's like a dollar store online. And I was scrolling and all of a sudden this little coin comes up and it's like, you are loved, you are worthy, you are wanted. And there's all these scriptures next to it, like where to find that in the Bible kind of thing.
Aw.
And I was just like, oh my gosh, there it is. He does love me. And then you just complimented me all these good things. And I was
Yeah.
like, damn it.
Yeah, you know what? We're here to love each other. That's all
Yeah.
it is. That's why we're here on this planet. Yeah, so
Yeah.
take the
It
compliments.
legit is that simple. Why
Yeah.
do we complicate it?
I don't know. We just got to learn how to accept the good stuff that happens with grace.
There's just too many Ryans in the world fucking it all up.
Sorry, Ryan.
It's a kidding.
Not
It's a
sorry.
joke.
So,
So,
yeah, we brought Ryan's back in. That's old news, though. That was 2023.
Yeah.
It was probably a span of how many years? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That was like, no. That was like 7 years of Ryan. As you can tell, I can't really like do math, so I have to use my fingers. But anyways,
Have you ever asked someone how they math? Like how
No.
they figure out an equation?
I've never.
It was on a Facebook post I saw. They were like, solve this problem and then tell us how you solve it in the comments. And so many people do math differently. Like when someone's like, what's 8 plus 6? I am like, okay, 10 or minus 2 is 8. So then like 6 minus 2 is 4. So it's 14. Like,
I only know like, oh, did you say 6 plus 8?
yeah.
See, I played crib
Yeah.
a lot. Well, I still do. So like, that's how I know math.
That's awesome.
So it's like 15, 2, 15, 4, 15, 6, and a pair is 8. So it's like you have 8 plus 7 is always 15. 9 plus 6 is 15. It's always going to be 15. Unless,
Whoa.
yeah, I know
I
how
do
to
it by
know how to
tens.
get to 15 really well.
Yeah.
So yeah, I wasn't great at math in school. I was busy doing all the other stuff. I don't know what I was doing. I really loved art. I still do.
Oh,
Yeah, so I was very much creative.
wholesome.
So I didn't really fit in with the whole educational system that was going on. I was in a classroom and I never got diagnosed with like ADHD or anything, but I'm pretty sure or ADD. I had it as a kid because I could not focus, especially when I was sitting across from the cutest boy in the class, watching him color with his biting his lip. I still remember it. His name was not Ryan. Don't worry.
Oh, God.
But yeah, math.
It's all ADHD now, by the way.
Oh yeah,
You're
back
correct.
to where I was going with that story
Mhm.
was it was a class of 53 students and 2 teachers. So we were like at a table with like 5 to 7 other kids, probably 5 kids. So it was like I think it was a new way for them to be even teaching students, but I don't know. One of my best friends I'm still friends with today, she was in another classroom and they had, a regular classroom with a desk and one teacher, and she's a lawyer now. So
Wow.
I can't compare myself
No.
to that. So
And like, what if this podcast takes off or like your art, something, and then you start making shit tons of money by doing like wonderful things because they sat you in a classroom full of 50 people?
that's true because I learned how to adapt.
Yeah.
And that goes back to why I have a personality disorder, which is actually great for situations with a lot of people in it or adversity. Like I'm really agile. I was just talking about this in an interview yesterday. That's why that's why I know this about myself right now. But I am agile. I have a high EQ,
Great.
not an IQ, not a high IQ, but a high EQ, which is like, I'll take the EQ. I'll take, even if I don't have a high IQ.
Have you done the test? The EQ test?
I haven't.
Oh,
I know I am.
have it.
Oh,
I got it I did a life coaching certification,
uh-huh.
and then they give you like the test for the EQs to give to your clients. So
Oh,
we should try it. We should do a podcast thing and we'll like EQ our guest.
Yes. How's your emotional intelligence? Yeah,
Yeah.
I can read a room really well.
Do you know the fault of those tests though is you have to be really honest with yourself to take it properly. So
So not everyone is honest with themselves.
yeah, you'd have to have a pretty high EQ to get that honest and be able to admit your faults to begin with.
Yeah, that's always the trickiest part in interviews. It's like, well, what are your faults? I'm like, I don't want to tell you. I'm trying to work on it, okay? It's a secret.
It's a secret.
But I actually put on my resume that I had like a little graph of my best skills to worst, and it's like of course the best skills were like 100% at organizing, and I don't know, I won't tell you my whole resume, but on one of them it was like bringing a lunch 15%. It's like I say one of my defects or defaults or whatever is staying up too late and then not waking up in the morning and having to rush and all that. So yeah, I'm trying to work on a schedule. So hopefully if I get this job, I will be able to, get on track with the schedule. Because now I understand why humans have them. Because without some a little bit of discipline, we go all over the place.
Very squirrely.
Especially in our heads. Yeah.
Yeah, this whole break, they did something weird where they stopped school 2 days before Christmas and then extended the break a week after New Year's. I hated every second of that because you had no time to prepare for Christmas and do all your family baking and activities and things.
Yeah, that's the funnest part.
Yeah, and then the world starts and everyone's back to work and and my kids are still off school for a week and I was like, I don't like it. I'm like, it's January. This is when we get our shit together.
Yeah.
Get a routine and get up in the morning and leave the house again. I'm off sleep mode now. So I really didn't enjoy it. And I'm just starting my routine today, but I accidentally woke up at 4:45 this morning and then was like, well, I can't sleep. So I'm going to get up. And I made my kids a nice little omelet breakfast and gave them breakfast in bed. And my son was like, is someone dying? Why are you doing this?
Has hell frozen over?
Yeah. You're momming a little too hard for my liking right now.
Oh, it's because I'm going to say it again. You're a great mom. You need to hear it at least every day. I'm going to tell you that every time we're here. Yeah. And all you moms out there being moms, incredible. Incredible.
Literally the hardest job.
And you don't get paid. Oh, I mean,
pay.
you kind of get some money from the government. In Canada, it's kind of nice. I don't know if all places do that, but it's you don't get paid enough.
No. It's the worst paying job that doesn't have any breaks. Not even bathroom breaks. I don't know if you've experienced.
Oh, I have experienced that at one of the spas that I used to work at. They used to just book us solid with no breaks. And that was one of the reasons why I quit working there, was because they didn't give any breaks.
Yeah. Well, imagine, finally getting to go to the bathroom. Okay. And then just your employers, or coworkers, I don't know, my employees, what would my kids be? They just come in whenever they want. I can't have privacy. I don't get a minute to poop or anything. It's just, I need this, I need that, I need to get water, I need to wash my hands, I need more Kleenex. And they just come in. And then sometimes I have to just leave the door open because I'm the only adult in the house and I'm pretty sure they're going to kill themselves if I close the door, because they just will. Yeah, it's hard.
Wow.
It's a hard job.
No privacy for pooping.
No.
That's tough, man. I love having my privacy, I guess. It's something that I should, be more grateful for, maybe, for this time in life.
I'm really resentful at the amount of time my husband gets alone in a bathroom a day. Twice a day, he's just for half an hour, just alone. Doesn't get bothered. Nobody cares that he's pooping. But when I do, it's a big deal. I can't poop and I can't eat.
Reminds me of a song that a friend wrote. Well, I think it might have been you. Didn't you write a song about
for
that?
my comedy set.
For your comedy set.
I did. Yeah.
You're
was trying hilarious. To get me to sing it right
I know.
now,
I'm trying to get her to sing it. I'm like, why don't you just give it a little go? No. Save it. You can save it for the set.
Yeah,
so they can come to the show.
I need some mystery for my performances.
Yeah.
Because then if everyone hears my set, then when they come see me perform, they're like, I've heard that one.
That's true. They'll be like, can't you think of something different?
Exactly. And I can't. I gave all my best stuff on that stage.
I'm sure we'll come up with more. But I like that, being able to do a set and practice it and just nail it.
Yeah.
And not everyone, it's not going to be the same people watching all the time. So.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
You know what? While we were doing Hilarapy sets, they had 2 shows back to back, and Lizzie, the creator of Hilarapy, she came and she performed twice the same set, and I still found it funny the second time. I literally had just watched it
Yeah.
but it was still hilarious. So
And it's different every time, even
It
though
is,
it's
yeah.
like the same kind of dialogue. It's like, it's still,
it is.
there's little
correct.
twists that are different and you notice them and it's
Mhm.
funny. Makes it
really
more
funny.
funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I miss our Hilarapy crew.
Wow.
I'm really glad we are getting together with everyone mid-January. That's coming up soon. So
Really soon. Should we surprise them with a bunch of microphones and a podcast?
I hope so. Like that would be great.
Yeah. It'd be so fun. I just want to share them with the whole world because I don't think I've ever just fell in love with a group of people so instantly in my life.
Yeah, that was pretty intense. I'm like, is this a cult? What is happening here? But no, I don't think it is.
Are we all married?
Even if it
now?
is, it's like, oh, well, they're nice.
Yeah.
Here's
Here's our leader. I'm drinking the Kool-Aid.
Yeah. Lizzie is the new Messiah.
Sign me up. I am now a lesbian.
Oh,
Did
man.
you see that? I did a thing with my husband because, Lizzie, she created Hilarapy. There's going to be a lot of context needed for this conversation, but she put out a thing calling her followers lesbians.
Lesbians.
And so my husband gets in the car and I was on Facebook's or Instagram stories and I'm like, honey, I got to tell you something. And I don't want it to change anything between us. He's like, what? I'm like, I'm a lesbian.
Oh, my gosh. I didn't want to tell Lizzie about a dream that I had about her, but I think this is hilarious and it's the right time. But no, wait, no, and I'm not going to say it. Because it's like, it was kind of messed up. Like, I got to talk to my counselor about it because I was like, what is going on here? I'm pretty sure I'm not a lesbian.
You're pretty sure?
I don't know, actually.
I think there's a
No,
test
I-
for that too. No,
Is there a test for that? Yeah, no,
Mhm.
I'm.
You just go down on a girl and you see if you like it or not.
Oh. Oh my god. You know what? I this reminds me of a conversation I had. Well, that part didn't remind me what you just said. Didn't remind me of a conversation I had with my parents recently, but it's like they don't really label anything.
Mm-hmm.
And they just, they see people for who they are but I don't know if it's just them or their generation or the kind of spirituality that they have, but it's like it's no one else's business
Mm-hmm.
what goes on in that department of sexuality.
Oh, that's
it's
nice.
Yeah, it's just kind of like let it be.
Yeah.
The people can just be themselves. It's like
Mhm.
we don't need to hear about what happens in the bedroom.
Yeah.
It doesn't
For
define
anybody.
us. Yeah.
I questioned my sexuality for a bit during 2020 because there was a lot of lesbian thirst traps on Instagram and TikTok that were like, maybe I could be a lesbian. And I was like, anyways, I did take the test once in my life and I did not pass. I didn't like
Yeah.
it. It wasn't a thing for me. But all my best friends were always lesbians. So I always kind of was like, am I lesbian?
Yeah. Yeah. It makes you wonder sometimes. But then you're like,
And then I don't like
I'm pretty
sex
sure
with women,
I'm
though.
pretty sure lesbians don't like the D.
Yeah,
I don't know if that's true though.
I'm not a huge fan.
I don't know if we're gonna be able to put this on the show. This part might
I'm
just be our
speaking
little.
for all lesbians now as a straight-ish woman. No.
Oh
We
man,
got canceled before the second episode.
I know. We are gonna get
The
canceled.
lesbians are gonna be after
Oh,
us.
you know what I'm unsubscribing from?
What?
Bringing it back to that.
Okay.
Getting canceled.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's the moment's over for that.
Yeah. It's like everybody just shut up.
Mm-hmm.
Mind your business.
I feel like we've been through it before.
Oh yeah.
Okay, it's so weird because what I felt was everything was really tight, buttoned up, can't say anything inappropriate, blah 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 blah. And then we had this big liberation, and people could say whatever the heck they wanted anytime they wanted, and everyone felt free and liberated, like liberals. And that was the movement. And now the liberals are the ones being like, you can't say anything.
It's always just moving around,
Yeah.
We're all just living here on this giant little planet trying to figure stuff out together. And some of us have opinions that, are more louder than others. And that's fine if that's the way they want to live their day.
I am like the first one to jump on a cancel train though. Like I really get into that mob sometimes.
I know.
Especially when it's like sexual abuse stuff.
Yeah.
I'm like, let's hate him now. Give me a pitchfork. We're about to talk about something very triggering. So if you're not in a space to hear it, pause, skip over the next 30 seconds, whatever you need to do, or just turn this off.
Yeah, you don't even have to listen to
No.
it. Oh man, we could have a whole conversation on like how sexual assault works in Canada and what happens when you do report it, because I'm going through that right now and it is not a fun process. It's like I basically have to go up there and be a witness to my own rape.
Yeah.
Which is something I never knew. Now I know why women don't report it, but it's also it does the opposite in injustice, right? Like when women are in fear of not reporting this like atrocity on our body that happened, So yeah, that's something I would like to be more involved with too within the community, and being able to speak out about it, because I was talking with another friend and it's like I don't know any other woman. Like we're not going back to the Me Too movement, but I'm glad it happened. Not like the whole Me Too thing, because it was like, oh yeah, like we've all been through it. And yeah, it's something that's really important to talk about. And
I had to go to court for an assault, and I was like in my 20s, and I reported it that night. The police actually had to pick me up because I was left stranded nude on a boat.
I remember you telling me about this. Yeah.
Yeah. So the police came and we did a report right away and everything. So they went to jail, and things happened, but I had to go to court, and he was his own lawyer. And so he was questioning me and like asking me if I'd slept with these different people, and asking me like if I thought I was a good mom, and like just really inappropriate stuff. The judge actually told him she was going to like reprimand him, and he wasn't going to be able to ask me more questions because of the stuff he was asking me. It was the worst thing. It was worse probably than the actual attack, was having to go through that afterwards. And I don't know, my skin was crawling the whole time. So I don't envy anybody that has to go through that process. I remember what it was like, and I actually had panic attacks for 2 years after that. I couldn't get on a bus or a SkyTrain or anywhere where I was enclosed. Like I was so terrified of not having control over my environment.
Oh yeah,
And
that really messes with a person's head. I can totally relate to that as well. Oh man, yeah. So I'm just glad we have a community of people that understand, and we can support one another. So yeah, I think that's a really important topic. My gosh, we don't have any topics today. This is great. I kind of like this. I don't know if the audience will, but I think they can follow along pretty good.
Yeah, we're not doing this for them anyway.
Yeah, I know. I know, it doesn't actually matter what anyone thinks.
It's actually just our own form of therapy to work our stuff out publicly.
It is. It's a little project for us.
Yeah.
And it's so much fun. We had so much fun last time. We can't wait to have a guest on here.
Yeah.
Man.
I think we're going to do that soon. We got to.
Agreed.
I'm just going to bring everything on the 20th when we meet everyone. And just be like, hey, let's podcast. Although maybe that would kill the vibe. Is podcasting at a party cool?
I think it might be too much.
Yeah.
I think it's better when it's like set up and it just people are aware about what's happening.
I guess so.
Yeah, because some people
Can't
might not be into
them.
that. Yeah, not everybody wants to do that.
I do have this little like wireless mic just goes into your computer or phone or a camera, and would be really fun to just randomly interview people on the streets or
I have
at
always
parties.
wanted to do that.
Yeah.
You know what? I used
This
to
is
want
the
to
place
do
where
it.
your dreams are going to come true, Christina.
I can't believe it's finally happening. OMG. Are we going to prank people?
Oh, can we? Oh, I think
I don't know if pranking's a good thing anymore. It's
not.
kind of mean.
It's been
Like,
canceled.
let's bring it back.
We uncancel pranking.
I don't know. I wonder if it gives people PTSD. I wonder if that's why it's canceled.
I've definitely done pranks in a very unhealthy, toxic way. Okay, I will share it. So my mom and my auntie were fighting once, and they would go like months without talking to each other when they were fighting, but I really liked going to my auntie's house and stuff, and so I was getting sick of it. I'm like, you guys gotta stop fighting. So I went to my brother and I was like, okay, watch this. I'm gonna make mom and auntie mad at me, and then they're gonna be friends talking about what a shit I am. And so I developed a plan. And one of my brothers was at my aunt's house for a sleepover, and so I made a fake Facebook profile for a girl that went to his high school. I have air quotes going on right now, and pretended to be his girlfriend, and put a pregnancy test up on the Facebook wall, pretending to be pregnant with his baby. And then from my Facebook account, I screenshotted her Facebook account and sent it to my mom and was like, did you see that girlfriend? I shouldn't have said his name. Did you see that my brother's got a girlfriend and she's pregnant? And then my mom freaked out and then called my aunt because he was at my aunt's house. And then they freaked out. And then I was like, haha, just kidding. I did it. It was a joke. And then they got so bad at me that they became friends again. And then I was like, see, Jacob?
It worked?
It worked.
Are you kidding me? Does your
kidding.
mom and aunt know this story?
They do, yeah.
Oh, thank God, because I wouldn't want this to come out now. And I mean, that's actually kind of insane.
Yeah, it was insane.
But it worked.
It
You're a
worked.
mastermind.
I know. It was pretty
Oh,
crazy.
man. Am I safe here? Oh, I'm wondering. I'm questioning. No.
This is way before
Yeah.
healing happened.
Yeah.
I was
yeah.
a 18-year-old, or maybe a little older than that. Maybe
Man,
actually
our-
like 25. That's probably embarrassing.
You know, it's our learning process, right? And at least you can like talk about it and like know where we're. The best part about doing this personal work for ourselves is
Mhm.
being able to admit when we are wrong
Yeah.
and changing things
Mhm.
instead of like what we used to do, which was just completely ignore the fact that our life had just blown up and just keep moving.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense?
It does, yeah.
Yeah.
And like being able to look back after you've healed from something and then see like, oh, that was insane. I never want to be that human again.
Yeah.
You're almost more safe because you've been there, and it's like a real deterrent. I know the horrible things I've done in my life felt so disgusting in my body and felt so gross to me, and I had to live with so much guilt and so much shame for such a long time. I would never want to do those things again now as a healed person.
Yeah.
You know, like
Yeah.
it's, I don't know. Like
Yeah.
if someone's actually doing the work and actually changing and that kind of stuff, then I feel like they're almost more trustworthy than someone who's never gone through shit and then acted like an asshole before. Because everyone's capable,
Mm-hmm.
you know? It just takes enough crap to happen to you to be hurt enough to start hurting other people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Man, I noticed you said as a healed person.
Mm.
Do you consider yourself healed?
From a lot of things. Not
Yeah.
everything,
Yeah.
but healed from certain things that I would never go back to.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that. Cause I'm always like, oh, it's like, we're never going to get fully healed. I'm such normally I'm pretty optimistic, but I'm like, I feel like it puts a lot of pressure on us to
Right.
like heal thyself. It's like,
Mhm.
well, we're not healing ourselves. Something else is, but that's just my personal opinion. But it's like I can't say I'm ever gonna be healed because I'm human and I'm fallible. All humans are, right? But I just thought that would be a cool topic. I just noticed that these girl jeans are doing the girl jean thing. Gonna cross my legs again. Oh God. You guys like that? You like that? Girl jean thing. You probably didn't notice until I said something.
That's very true.
Yep.
I think on the topic of like healed versus healing, yeah, you're always healing. I find it's like a broken leg. Like you're gonna heal from a broken leg, but you can break it again. You know? It could be healed, but it can also be broken again.
Yes.
You know?
I like that analogy. I like that.
Yeah.
Unless you lose your leg, then you can never grow a new one.
When did I get so popular?
How is the doorbell
I'm
ringing
actually
again?
the next person that rings the doorbell has to come on the podcast.
Yeah, they're the guest. They're the next guest.
I actually had a really good Reiki session with this guy, Jeff. I will tag him in whatever we do that it talks about him if I post it on social media. So make sure you're following us at Nice Girls Podcast to get all of the behind the scenes clips, bloopers, random shit we talk about.
Yeah.
A little sneak peek into what could be our new venue for first live show launch party.
That's right. Our launch party. It's going to be a lot of fun. There's going to be live music, comedy, and delicious beverages.
But we can only fit like 40 people, so
55 max.
Yeah. So you gotta make sure you are
get in where you fit in.
Yeah,
that's
get in
right.
fast. Anyway, so this Reiki healer guy, he said, I don't heal you. Like, I'm not a healer. I don't heal you. I give you the space and stuff for your body to do what it does best because it heals itself. Like, what's in you knows how to heal and all that kind of stuff. You're just like getting the space and whatever. I was like, that is so interesting. You know, I really liked that. The concept of like, we're not healers. Well, we are healers of. This is too deep for my brain right now.
We need to get my friend in here too, who's a Reiki healer.
Yeah,
I know a few.
My God, we gotta talk to you.
I know a few of them. I've been told that I should do that.
I literally could see you doing that and doing it very well.
Man, it just seems like a lot. It seems like a lot of energy.
Yeah. I think it's important to learn how to protect your energy before you start messing around with other people's.
I think that's something I'll do when I'm a little bit more stable in my everyday life. You know? Not so like all over the place. Yeah. Maybe when I'm like 60, that'll be what I'll be doing.
That's a long time to get stable.
You never know. It might take that long. I don't know.
All right. Well,
I mean, I could do it, but maybe I should. I've been talking about it for a long time.
You can actually
let's get Jeff on the show. That's
yeah.
it.
Let's get Jeff. We'll get Jeff. I know a girl that teaches it, but there's also like a $16 course you can take on Udemy, and you can learn it and see if you like it, and then if you do, go and actually get a Reiki master to teach you.
Yeah, my friend is actually a Reiki master.
Yeah.
So it's pretty dumb I haven't really done that yet. Sometimes quickly, sometimes slowly. Am I right?
No, I literally feel like that could be your calling. And it just makes so much sense. With everything you love, it just makes so much. I feel like you're doing it already. When you talk about how when you work with your clients.
Yeah.
Doing your like, other stuff, massage and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, my relaxation treatment.
You're like helping them with their energy, like throwing it out the window and stuff. Like you're doing it
that
already.
I probably am.
Yeah, you're already a Reiki master. Yeah. You don't even know it.
I think I might be. That's probably why it affects me so much. And I have to like every couple years I have to take a break from that kind of work, like energy work from being an esthetician. And then I do something different. And then eventually I kind of go back to it. It's the same with my like painting and landscaping. And like I've got a lot of experience in a lot of different areas.
Yeah.
So yeah, my resume was pretty hard to make last week. Like, oh God. I've been like all over the map. But there's skills that I've been able to carry forward. So, you know, we're not
Yeah.
all meant to be doing the same thing
Mm-hmm.
for years and years and years. I mean, if that's your jam, that's great, but it's like that's not how I work. So, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what they call that. I think my sister had sent me something that was like a TED talk about how some people just aren't built like that mentally. I don't know what I'm talking about.
I feel that hard. I'm very much similar. I try so many new things all the time. And I always thought I was like, just like irresponsible for it or something. Like,
Yeah.
you know, like I felt complex about it, like jack of all trades.
Yeah.
But it's weird because it all comes full circle. And I also used to think I never finished anything. But then I started finishing things I started like 5 years ago.
Yeah.
I'm
Isn't
like,
that the best?
Oh, I do finish things. It just takes me a long time. It's like 15 things going at once. Anyways, what is so cool though is like the universe just brings it all together, and all these weird things I did. Like I owned a thrift store and I hosted karaoke, and I like had all these weird jobs. I was wedding videographer, and I teach like kids acting classes, and like just all these random weird jobs that I've done all over my life kind of come together. And now like, and I took all these certification courses through the pandemic, like life coaching and sober coaching and like all these weird random things, and tarot card reading. And then I started this business where I'm doing like web design, and all of my clients are like spiritual healers and tarot card readers and sober coaches and life coaches and like all these things I have some experience in. So I have like a unique ability to help them with this stuff. It was just so cool how it, like, I don't know.
It all works out
It
in
all
the
gets
end.
used. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nothing goes to waste.
No.
Mhm.
No. We carry all of our experiences with us, and we don't regret them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even the bullshit. Like all the weird, crappy things I thought about my life growing up, I got to use in my comedy set, and people laughed about it. I felt better about it. Like it was so much fun. And like, what if I had a boring fucking story?
Oh.
That would have sucked for
I
comedy.
know. Yeah, for comedy. I mean, your life must be a little full of serenity if you're one of those people who just have
secure
that
attachment.
stability. What's that like?
Actually, I have a really good April Fool's Day story.
Let's hear it.
So when I was 9 on April Fool's, I decided to pretend I got my period, and I like ran out into the living room. I was like, "Mom, I got my period," and she like freaked out. She was like, "It's so early. Our family gets their period so late. What the hell?" And she was like freaking out. She's like, "Okay, let's go get pads." Da, 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 da. And then I was like, "Ha ha ha! Just kidding. April Fools." And then she's like, "Oh, that was actually a good one." And so for like every year after that on April Fools, I was just like, "I got my period." Ha ha ha. And it was like a funny joke. And then on April Fools, when I was 17, I was playing The Sims. I don't know if you know what The Sims are.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, yeah. And I thought I shit my pants. And
We've all been there.
I didn't get up right away.
Oh my God.
I was in the
she
middle.
sitting in her dirty diaper
I was
playing
in the
The
middle of
Sims.
playing The Sims. And like, I
At
just
17?
Yeah,
What?
yeah.
I don't know if
I
we
was
should
a late,
put this
I was a
on.
late bloomer. Maybe I should say this for my comedy set.
This is, I don't know if you should use that.
I don't have shame anymore, Christina.
Oh,
So
man.
I'm sitting there and I'm like, because I was having cramps, and now I'm like, did I just, like, I don't think I shit my pants, but maybe I did. It feels kind of like I might have. And
We're talking about shitting our pants right now. We're at that point.
it wasn't. Okay.
Oh.
Spoiler alert. So,
Thank God.
so I'm like, okay.
I thought you were
I-
going to have to edit more.
I really had bad cramps. Something's going on. So I finally I finished building my house on The Sims. put down the keyboard. I went to the bathroom and I got my period for the first time, and I'm screaming at my mom. I'm like, Mom, I got my period. And she's like, haha, April Fools. And I'm like, do you want to see my fucking underwear?
Was it actually on April
It was
Fool's
on
Day?
April Fool's Day.
That's insane.
I know.
What else is insane is that you thought you pooped yourself and you kept sitting in the chair while playing The Sims. That
Yeah. I have a dopamine deficiency that is pretty fucking powerful.
I'm so sorry. I can't stop laughing. That's so funny. Reminds me of a story.
Okay.
No, I'm not going to say it.
Why?
I'm not ready.
Okay. You just
Don't make me.
I won't. You don't have to do anything you're uncomfortable with here.
Exactly. Not
no
here.
is a complete
Not
sentence.
Here. Yeah. Ooh, that's a good topic.
Mm.
No, 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 no. No, no, no is a complete sentence.
That's a good song.
Yeah, no.
You and your brother need to like make that a ringtone.
Well, that's another episode
There it
of
is.
the Nice Girls Club podcast.
Follow us on all the things. Nice Girls Podcast on Instagram, and we're on YouTube, and we're on Spotify, and it says we're on Apple Podcasts, but I think because it's explicit, it might not be showing on my feed, so I'm going to try and play around with that.
Hey, we didn't even swear that much this time.
It was a lot less.